Hello, I'm Kelly Allen, and I'm going to be discussing fiancé visas. So, in general, a fiancé visa can only be filed by a U.S. citizen. The sole purpose of a fiancé visa is to allow a fiancé who is currently living outside the U.S. the ability to enter the U.S. so that you can get married. And this is generally a three-step process. The first step is filing a petition with the immigration office, and there are several things that you're having to prove. You're having to prove that you, the U.S. citizen, that the petitioner is a U.S. citizen. You have to prove that you and your fiance are both legally eligible to marry, meaning that either any previous marriages have been terminated, that you have a real relationship, meaning that you really want to get married because you want to create a life together. It's not just for immigration purposes. And that you really do intend to marry each other within 90 days of your fiance's arrival in the U.S. Once this petition is approved, then the case goes to the U.S. consulate or embassy in your fiance's home country. And there's another set of applications to submit and another set of documentation. This application primarily focuses on your fiance's background and his or her eligibility for admission to the United States. Things like, does he or she have a criminal record or previous immigration violations? Is she likely to be dependent on the government financially? Is there a disease of public health concern? All of those sorts of things. If the U.S. consulate or embassy approves the application, then your fiancé is issued a K-1, a fiancé visa. This allows your fiancé to enter the U.S. one time. It's a single entry visa, and it is good for 90 days. During that 90-day period, your fiancé cannot work, they can't go to school. The sole purpose of their entry to the U.S. is to get married to you and then apply for their permanent residency. If at the end of the 90 days your fiancé is not married to you, then he or she must return to the home country. As long as you have married within the 90 days, then it's time to go to the third step, which is adjustment of status. And that is your fiancé's application for permanent residency. And this is largely duplicative of other steps. There are a lot of application forms that are submitted, but they're at least processed altogether at this point. And this is the application that is going to give your fiancé, conditional permanent residency or a green card and allow him or her to remain in the United States.